Welcome to free awareness classes on Indian Constitution conducted by Tharananellur Educational and Cultural Society through Irinjalakuda Vivekananda Civil Service Academy's YouTube channel every day at 7 p.m. This is me, Mahesh MR. As usual, all of you, please subscribe our YouTube channel, and if you could like the class, please like and share it. Today, we are going to discuss about Article 14 of Indian Constitution. In the first two classes of fundamental rights, we could see the definition of state and the meaning of judicial review. That was in Article 12 and 13 respectively. And today, what is the subject matter of Article 14 of Indian Constitution? It says, no person shall be denied equality before law and equal protection of laws within the territory of India. What is the meaning of this? From the face of this sentence, we can understand one thing. It has two parts: equality before law and equal protection of laws. And also here see some words like persons, and in the first part only law, and in the second part we have laws. Such a slight difference or differences we should understand in a clear manner. That's very, very important. See here, persons means not only individuals but legal persons as well. Here, legal persons means companies, corporations, registered societies, and so on. And here in the first part, only mention the laws, but in the second part, laws. Okay, first part we have law, in the second part we have laws, which means the first part of this article says only prohibiting the unequal treatment, which means all are equal before the law. Nobody is above the law. But here, in the second part, equal protection of laws means here demanding the equal treatment on equal circumstances as well. That's why given the word laws. So in different circumstances, we have to provide sometime different treatment. That also will be considered as equality. That is very important. Here I would say one example. Suppose a boy killed a person with a gun. With the same gun, a criminal killed a person. See, in the first case, a boy killed. That boy considered that gun is a play gun. But here, that criminal killed that person deliberately. He knows very well that is a gun. It contained bullets. But that boy could not understand that the gun is filled with bullets. So here, different circumstances. So whenever we consider equal treatment, we have to consider in a intelligible differentiation. That is it. That is the meaning of the second part. Equal protection of laws means equal treatment on equal circumstances. The first part we have taken from British Constitution, whereas the second part that we have taken from American Constitution. That also we should understand. That is the very important thing to consider here as well. See, so we are actually fundamental rights starting from Article 14 of Indian Constitution. The Article 12 and 13 were the introductory articles. In the original constitution, we had seven sets of fundamental rights: right to equality, right to freedom, then right against exploitation, then right to property, right to freedom of religion, then minorities rights to establish educational institutions and to protect their culture, text, script, etc., and right to constitutional remedies. These were the rights given by original constitution, but in the year 1978, we lost the right to property. Now we have no right to property. That is only a legal right. That also we should consider. And why we have fundamental rights? The fundamental rights are mainly to maintain equality, the dignity of an individual, the public interest, and the unity of the nation. So that if you could understand the subject matter of Article 14, I think you can save yourself from all type of exploitations, because you can remove ego from your mind. Even though we are all equal before law, we have different attitudes. Our attitudes are different. Some of them think they are greater than others. They are not equal. So we have some sort of a swaggerness. We are not admitting that our constitution is the supreme law of our country. That is supreme law, that is rule of law, says all are equal. Then why we have such an egotic behavior? That is the reality. So we are all equal. There is no difference between rich and poor. There is no difference between literate and illiterate. There is no difference between men and women. We are all equal. So if we have developed such a type of attitude within our minds, definitely we can strengthen our brotherhood. We can strengthen the unity of our nation. Now, unfortunately, we have lack of it. That is the main problem. Why we have sectionism? Why we have a fractionism? Why different sections of the society behaving in a different manner? Why we have religious groups? Why we have caste, subcaste? Why? Because they are not admitting the subject matter of this article. That is the most important thing to consider. And here, one important point to remember: some offices of our country, especially the office of president and governor, or rather governors, have been placed above the law. So the office of president and governors are above the law, because we know our country is considered president is the head of the constitution. In the case of state government, governor is the head of the constitution, head of the state. So by understanding the importance of these two positions, to sanctify them, we have placed these two offices above the law. That's why if any criminal activities against these people, we can't arrest them. Only after removing them from the office, we can arrest them. And in the case of civil matters, only after providing 2 months notice, we can call them in front of the court. Okay, so that we can say they have received immunities. So try to understand what Article 14 of Indian Constitution says. I think it is very clear to you. So I'm concluding this session. So thank you very much.